People are anticipating rate cuts by Bank of Canada in the future soon. That is the reason we saw a hot real estate market for the month of February in GTA. Toronto, more than 5,600 homes getting sold. Average price already crossed $1.1 million. Semi-detached saw most number of appreciations. Apartments are still down. Let's go into more detail GTA real estate market stats for the month of February. So let's go into the numbers. As of now, you can clearly see we had more than 5,600 homes getting sold, which is more compared to what we saw last year. But that's okay. That was the numbers. What is more interesting is to see the pricing is already $1.1 million, but it's already increasing because you can see the appreciation of 1.1%. That's year on year basis. It looks smaller, but if you see what was the price last month, in the month of January, the price was only 1,036,000, and all of a sudden it spiked more than 1.1 million in the month of February. It looks like spring is coming too early, like we saw in the weather. We are anticipating market to remain hot on the real estate part also. But let's see, if you are first time home buyer or investor, I would say really dig deeper into these numbers, because it will give you a consolidated picture which type of product is getting more transactions, where you can see more growth, and which cities you should focus on. So if you go specifically, if you talk about 416, that is our Toronto area, 905 is the GTA area. The detached price is around 1.4 million. I know it's not affordable for first time home buyer, but if you see the detached pricing is 1.6 in the Toronto. Overall, we saw a growth of 0.2%. Yes, the pricing are appreciating. Last year was completely flat. And even the semi-detached, that's what I was more interested in. Recently, we did a deal for a semi-detached for $895, but the pricing I can see it's already on the upside. It is $998 in GTA, and the Toronto is 1.3. But if you see, GTA people are more inclined towards semi-detached. I feel as a first-time home buyer, home affordability is more because you have secondary suite which can be added it, or legal suite that can be added into a semi-detached. So there's a 5.2% appreciation, and it's a good number, beating the inflation of 2.9% that we have in Canada as of now, and better considering we are at the higher interest rate of Canadian history at overnight lending rate, which is still at 5% as of 6th of March 2023. We are anticipating to interest rates to go down by maybe April, May, by June. It's like adding a fuel into the fire into a real estate market. But if you're interested in the townhomes, in Toronto, the townhome pricing are down, but they are still up. They are holding the value in GTA market. And similarly, apartments, that's I always talk about. If you're buying apartments, focus on the prime area, prime cities, that's Toronto. Still the value is intact in the apartments because a lot of new inventory coming in. A lot of people moved out of GTA and they never felt like coming back, and then they are still driving, commuting to GTA. Go train or subway option is there. But if you see anything in GTA, minus 3.4 is a depreciation for the apartment year on year basis. So your focus should be more on the freehold properties if you're in GTA, and more on the apartments if you want to still see the value if you're looking in Toronto area. So that's a good indication for you. But what is worrying me is, as per the statement which is coming from TRREB Real Estate Board, is the market assumption is the Bank of Canada has finished hiking rates. Consumer are anticipating rate cuts in the near future. We saw the first interest rate hike happening after COVID was 2nd of March 2022. After that, we saw 10 hikes. Now we are at the 5 level of interest rate. So I can see overall, as of now, the trend is up. Obviously, this is a boost for the Canadian real estate market. A lot of inventories also have gone up, and we have more than 33% up, 11,000 listings in the market. So there's a lot of choice for the buyers, but the competition is stiff. We already seen a lot of booths outside of our open houses. So listings are selling hot. We had a listing in Mississauga, it just got sold in 2 to 3 days. It just came even we had an offer on the day one, and we had the same in London listing also. It just got sold in 2 days. So it is happening everywhere. If you see in the GTA, or if you see outside of our GTA market also, people are entering into the market. So, but let's go into the specific cities of GTA. Overall, most of the number sales always happen in city of Toronto. Obviously, it's a big 7 million population. Then there's a stiff competition always between Peel and York region. So Peel means Brampton, Caledon, Mississauga. York is a big community overall. Aurora, King, Markham, Newmarket, Vaughan is there. So most of the number of the sales, if you see, is Mississauga is leading the way apart from Toronto. 850 properties getting sold up, followed by Brampton 839. Then we have Markham, lot of activity, Vaughan 493. So let's see if you're interested in specifically detached. So you want an independent detached home for yourself. Most number of detached are getting sold in York, then followed by Peel. But if you see overall, Brampton people love detached. They want their own property, their own driveways. Even there is a provision to add 2 legal suites. It looks like people love basements. So the most number of detached selling there with the average price of 1.2 million. And then in the Mississauga, the same average price is around 1.5 million. If you are in Oakville, 110 homes getting sold, the average price for 2.2 million. So here you can drastically see the difference of Brampton and Oakville pricing. And if I go to Vaughan area, or if I talk about King is again 2 million, Vaughan is around 1.7 million. So these are other prominent communities to look for if you're looking for detached. So most number of affordable, if I see overall, apart from the smaller towns like Georgina or Clinton, it's always what I notice is Oshawa around 900,000 price mark. Then we have even Ajax is soft 1.1 million. Whitby 2 B is around 1.1 million. Then obviously we have Peel, we have Brampton, we have Mississauga. Georgetown is there too in the Halton area. Now let's move out of from detached. If the next option comes is semi-detached. Semi is quite less in numbers. We have only 463 semis being sold with an overall average price of 1.1 million. 2 days back we did a deal in Milton. We did a deal for $1,075,000 30 days back. Now the same home is getting sold for 1.1 million. So even I have seen the market pricing appreciating on the ground level. So that's what for a semi-detached I was giving an example. So if you specifically talk about Milton, the semis are selling around million mark, and Oakville is more than a million. So similarly, Brampton and Milton are in tough competition. 951 is the average price of semi-detached. Brampton have most number of semis getting sold at 84, and then followed by Mississauga with average price of 1,076,000. If you're looking for town, we have a lot of buyers in the town home market. So people who really want to live in GTA, they don't want to move outside of GTA because jobs and all those things. Otherwise, we always advise our clients to move out of GTA if their job or the profile, their environment allows it, because for the same price which they are getting for townhome, they can get a detached in Kitchener, Cambridge, or the same price they are getting a condo apartment in GTA, they can get a detached in London. So this is how the pricing varies. So we have 554 townhomes getting sold up. In the Peel region, we got 81 townhomes. Most number of townhomes getting sold is in York, 168. 56 townhomes getting sold in Brampton with an average price of 900,000. Overall, townhome prices, it's quite expensive, more than $1 million. But you need to target those cities where you can get something under $1 million as a first-time home buyer to enter the affordability range of townhomes. So if I advise you, that would be your Brampton, under 1 million. Caledon is there, and then Ajax is there, good option. Clarington, Oshawa, Pickering is still soft, Whitby is there. So you can look into those communities that will help you on the townhome. Another product that's very popular for buyers is condo townhomes. These are townhomes with some sort of a fees associated, maybe for landscaping, snow removal. That range is from 2 to 500. Based on that, the average price soften up. So average price is around 800,000. Most number of Peel region saw the most number of condo townhomes, 137. I always notice Mississauga have most number of condo townhomes, 92 being sold out with average price of 800,000. That's another product to look for. And after that, obviously these are apartments that come into picture with the average price of 700,000. As I already mentioned, apartments are a bit soft in GTA. They're good in Toronto. They are holding the price. Most number of sales happening in Toronto itself, more than 1,000 with average price of 726. 200 in Peel, then 201 in region of Peel. So with the average price in Brampton is around 560, 630 in Mississauga. Recently we even did an ETOBK price of 2-bedroom condo for 650. So that's an entry point for the people who really want a basic unit to enter into real estate market. I think this is a good to talk about. Average prices, how it have gone. As I mentioned in the starting, for the month of January it was a bit soft, 4,200 sales with the average price of 1,026,000 itself. Now 5,600 homes getting sold, sales have gone up, and even the prices, average prices touching 1.1 million, which is quite comparable to the month of March last year. So we saw the same activity. It's like a trend. I can show you in the graph if you see that. So this is the trend. If you focus on what is red here, it is 2024. The trend is going up. Even if you see in the gray, this is 2023. If you see the graph of the gray bars are going up. They went up April, May, June. Then we had an interest rate hike. Then it went down. July interest rate hike. After that, it have another spike. So what I have noticed historically, the graph is always like a curve. If you see the historical numbers of annual average price in Toronto, it already peaked out and then it slowed down and then the peak came again. So if you see, if you have been in the market from 2015 or 2010, you can see the peak is always going up. Then it took a pause at 2017. It just went down a bit and then the COVID happened. It went to a peak of 2022. We saw the downfall almost from last 2 years. We have been in the down market. But if you see the historically, what you can see is if it comes down, it goes up and hits a new peak. That's what we are anticipating, but that might be a problem for first-time homebuyer investors who have been sitting on the side. Rental market is too crazy. It's hard for people to afford homes in GTA day by day. So even the government talking about housing affordability, but if you see the CMSE numbers overall, last year 2023 we had only 240,000 new homes coming into the market. But it's hard for the local public to afford it because the demand and supply gap is there. And every year we have more than 500,000 new immigrants coming, qualified PR guys. Then we have students, we have refugees. So that's what I think is problem with the GTA. So as a buyer, as a seller, you need to make your decision accordingly. Obviously, what I feel is spring market historically it's generally hot. So this might repeat. And if the Bank of Canada is increasing the interest rate in April or June, that will bring more buyers into the market. So it looks like to me historically GTA is getting the momentum into a seller markets from the last 2 years of buyers market. Hopefully it gives you a picture. Share your feedback or comments. What do you think about the March 2024 market or the spring market which is coming up? Thank you for watching. We do regular updates on GTA, Kitchener, London, or if you are interested in Calgary, we'll be happy to help you.